Welcome to Implausible Nature. On today's video, I'm going to tell you why neophytes are no longer meat shields.
Implausible Nature now has dice. That's right, you can get these awesome D6s made by our partner, Baron of Dice. These custom dice have the Implausible Nature logo on the 6 side and also come with square corners, which means they will roll more evenly than rounded corner dice. Head on over to baronofdice.com and use discount code IN40K to get a discount on your order and support us at the same time. Check out his full collection of dice for all your gaming needs with the link down in the description.
Welcome to Templar Tips, guys. On today's video, we are talking Primaris Crusader squads. And traditionally, in the past, in older editions, the joke was always that the neophytes were meat shields for our initiates, tanking wounds for us so they can charge in and do most of the damage. That's not the case anymore, and we're going to talk about why. And we're going to talk about a wound allocation specifically. So, when we take a look at the data sheet here for the Primaris Crusader squad, obviously, one big difference is the Neophytes have a 4 plus save, and the Crusader, the other models, the Initiates and the Sword Brother, have a 3 plus save. They all have 2 wounds, which is great. Um, but obviously those other models have that better save. So when we take a look at the weapons, the option that we're basically always going to be taking with these guys is going to be chain swords and pistols, right? Now, if we look at the chain sword option, there's just one, and it's 5 attacks, with a chain sword hitting on 3s. There's no separate option for neophyte chain swords. So that means that whether you're a neophyte or another model, in this case initiates, you're going to have 5 attacks with a chain sword. So why is this important? This means that your neophytes hit just as hard in combat as your initiates do. So when we're talking about wound allocation, we always want to take the best available save, with a couple exceptions. The reason for this is because we want this is survivability. We want the squad to live as long as possible, to hit combat with as many models as possible, to do as much damage as possible, right? So our order of operations for this is going to be to take the best save available. Now, if there's no cover and any whether there's AP or not, generally speaking, we're going to take it on the initiates first, possibly that sword bro. Some people like to take it on him to start with. Some people like to put it on the chain swords. The reason why some people like to put it on the sword bro first is because unfortunately he only has 3 attacks with his power weapon. So it's a little lackluster. Some people would rather have 5 chain sword attacks than 3 power weapon attacks. I'll leave that up to you on personal preference for that. But we are going to start taking those wounds on those initiates because the neophytes are going to hit just as hard in combat as our chainsword initiates here. Now, obviously, we want to stop when we get to the Power Fist guys because they have a great attack profile, a high strength, high AP, damage to weapon. We want to make sure that those Power Fists stay alive long enough to deal the damage that they need to. So we're going to start with the chainsword guys. You probably have a bolt rifle guy in this squad as well, maybe 2, because we want that assault keyword so that way we can advance them. But those initiates are going to take those wounds first. Now, there is one exception to this, and that's if you have neophytes in cover against AP 0. The reason for this is because an initiate in cover against AP 0 gets no benefit. You can't go to a 2 plus per the core rules on a 3 plus save. However, neophytes have a 4 plus save. So in cover, they have a 3 plus save, which means you can tank those wounds on the neophytes instead and save those initiates for when you're out of cover or maybe in melee and need to tank wounds on a better armor save. So as you can see here, this is my order of operations. We're going to go the initiates, followed by the sword bro, maybe intermix him in there, just kind of depends on personal preference there. Then we're going to go to the neophytes, and then lastly, the last two power fist guys. So that's it. That's how you allocate wounds to this. Just the most simple thing to remember is always take the best available save because it's going to help your unit last that much longer. That's all I got for you guys today. Until next time, keep on crusading.